We live in a world haunted by ghosts. Ghosts of animals that lived millions of years ago. Of all these ghosts, the dinosaurs remain the most famous. They ruled this planet for over 160 million years. They developed into every imaginable form to conquer every environment nature had thrown at them and dominate every corner of the globe. All this making them one of the most successful groups of animals to ever exist. What began with humble creatures like Tyrannosaurus would become one of the longest and most incredible dynasties ever known. But the success of the dinosaurs is frequently overshadowed by a simple, tragic fact. They are extinct. Extinction is at times viewed with the crude connotation that the animals in question were evolutionary failures, that no matter their adaptability, their legacy is one of mockery and ridicule. A grim reminder that when all is said and done, they were ultimately inferior beings that would be replaced by superior organisms in the following millennia. Indeed, the fact that dinosaurs were extinct was a point of scorn for many years. Clearly, these animals were too big, too dumb, and too slow to be able to remain the masters of our planet. But extinction, when one contemplates it for long enough, is really when a species finally succumbs to the pressures of a continually changing planet. Rarely does it have anything to do with size, intelligence, or speed. When the environmental stresses laid upon it can no longer be overcome, the only path is oblivion. It is a logical end for most life on this planet. And by the very end of the Cretaceous, despite everything that the planet underwent, the dinosaurs held on, producing some of the most iconic representatives of their many lineages. What was this last breed? What finally brought about their end? And perhaps most importantly, what legacy do they leave behind as the final generation of the Dinosauria? It's mid-morning in the western hills of North America. Where Mount Rushmore will one day stand, lush forests make up the habitat. A perfect world for the planet's final generation of dinosaurs. In the twilight of the Cretaceous, the dinosaurs themselves have continued to evolve into stronger, more adaptable creatures. And there is no better example of this than one of the most famous of all, Triceratops. At 9 meters long, this is the most common dinosaur of North America during the late Cretaceous, found from as far north as Canada to as far south as New Mexico. Herds of these horned behemoths travel far and wide in search of new, fresh growth. Triceratops is an iconic dinosaur, and its reputation is well deserved. It's one of the largest of the ceratopsians, twice the size of a rhinoceros, and its horns grew to a massive 3 feet long, making it a formidable herbivore. Besides its horns, Triceratops' bony frill, that has also made it a celebrity among dinosaurs, has become much more defense-oriented than other ceratopsians. Most ceratopsians had gaping holes inside their frills, which made the ornaments themselves relatively weak against the jaws of large theropods. Triceratops lacks these holes, and instead has a solid mass of bone. An inch thick, this frill was more than enough to protect it against almost any attacker. Almost. Today, a herd of Edmontosaurus come to join the Triceratops herd. Edmontosaurus are big, even by hadrosaur standards, the largest individuals potentially being 13 meters long. Like Triceratops, Edmontosaurus live all across western North America, their success partly due to their jaws, which have since continued to increase in size and hold more teeth for chewing. But why go through the trouble of developing such defenses and grow to such sizes for the sake of protection? The answer comes in the form of an animal that, for the past 2 million years, has ruled North America with an iron fist. animal of great respect and authority. It is the scourge of the Cretaceous, the ultimate product of over 160 million years of theropod evolution. Tyrannosaurus rex, the tyrant lizard king of the dinosaurs. There isn't a dinosaur as respected and as feared as T-Rex. It has been the star of almost every movie, book, and game regarding dinosaurs, and ever since its discovery in 1902, it has remained the most famous dinosaur of all time. But there is far more to this terror than just its notoriety. At 40 feet long and weighing roughly 7 tons, T-Rex is one of the largest theropod dinosaurs, and thus one of the largest carnivorous animals to ever walk the earth. Equally impressive is its success. T-Rex has been found throughout western North America, from Canada to Texas, and practically everywhere in between. It was undoubtedly an apex predator, with no other animal in its ecosystem reaching to its size, its only competition being members of its own kind. And perhaps all of this was helped by its jaws. 4 feet in length, the jaws of Tyrannosaurus rex could produce a bite force of almost 12,800 pounds, the most powerful bite of any terrestrial carnivore alive or extinct, giving it enough strength to crush a car in a matter of seconds. This gave it the ability to take on the most well-armored herbivores of the Cretaceous. Even Triceratops' thick frill wasn't perfect against these jaws. Combined with keen eyesight and an extraordinarily powerful sense of smell, Tyrannosaurus rex represents the pinnacle of theropod evolution and rightfully deserves the title of King of the Dinosaurs. We will know this male T-Rex as Orion, and at 22 years of age, he is the unmatched ruler of this part of South Dakota. But even he knows better than to stay and further anger the Triceratops herd. To accommodate his ravenous appetite, Orion's territory spans several hundred kilometers. But the hunting grounds he possesses are often shared by other Tyrannosauruses. She is Artemis, and she is a mother. Normally, in good years, like this one, mated pairs of Tyrannosaurus often stay together until their chicks are ready to live on their own. But Artemis's mate is dead, and for the past 6 months she has been nurturing this little male on her own. It's a stressful task, but she is not new to motherhood, and this baby is nearly old enough to leave the nest and hunt with her. Something in the air isn't right. A male Tyrannosaurus approaches. 2 weeks have gone by, and now the wet season is in full swing. As evening approaches, an old male Triceratops forages alone. At a certain age, male Triceratops leave their herds to live out their lives in solitude. With their horns and frill, few predators bother to hunt them, even when alone. The exception, of course, being Tyrannosaurus rex. Orion has been tracking this bull for the past half an hour, waiting for a chance to strike. He may be old, but this Triceratops is still strong enough to spear Orion's heart out. And with the coming night, the Tyrannosaurus' sense of sight will be significantly diminished. Both dinosaurs are powerful enough to kill one another. It's really a matter of who makes the first fatal mistake. It's Artemis. It seems Orion's hard work has been for nothing. But in fact, it is paying off. Few dinosaur rivalries can be as infamous as that between Triceratops and Tyrannosaurus rex. Throughout media of all kinds, we have seen these two dinosaurs duke it out in fights to the death, each with varying results as to who actually won out. And within the fossil record, there lies a clear predator-prey relationship between Tyrannosaurus and Triceratops. In the frill of one Triceratops, specifically in the squamosal or lower region, signs of healing from wounds that could only have come from the jaws of T-Rex were found. Obviously, this Triceratops was attacked by a T-Rex and was able to escape with its life. But Triceratops, dangerous as they were not invincible. And recent research on the relationship of T-Rex and Triceratops shows how exactly T-Rex ate Triceratops. In a study conducted by Denver Fowler and his colleagues at the Museum of the Rockies, several Triceratops specimens showed unhealed bite marks characteristic of Tyrannosaurus rex, some being on the frills of these herbivores. In a few of these specimens, scientists noted that some of these injuries represented grooved puncture and pull marks, implying that the T-Rex bit into and violently yanked at the frill of Triceratops. Behind the frill of the Triceratops would have been plenty of thick muscles that would have otherwise been difficult to reach with such an ornament in the way. From this, scientists hypothesized that T-Rex actually beheaded Triceratopses after killing them to get at the soft flesh behind the bony frill. It's a disturbing scenario, but it is one that has helped unravel more secrets behind this legendary rivalry between two of the most famous dinosaurs of all time. In the morning, Orion's true motives are revealed. The kill was a gift. Impressed, Artemis accepts his offer to mate.